up this morning before the sun. Fixed me some coffee and a honey bun. Jumped in my pickup, gave her the gas. I'm going out to catch a 5-pound bass.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to SoCal Bassing. I'm Mark Adams.
I'm John Marino.
Today, we're going to show you how to catch fish with a plastic worm.
Alright, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys how to fish the drop shot. But before I show you how to fish it, you got to learn how to tie it. So, here we go. If you're using small baits like this right here, you can use a 1/0 hook. There's two ways to rig up drop shots on your hooks. Is you can use, the most common way is using a hook like this, small little hook, or you can use a offset worm hook. These are really good for weedless, but you get all the action from this one right here. It makes that tail shake like crazy. So let's show you how to do it. Now all I gotta do is just rig up a simple Palomar knot. Just rig up a simple Palomar knot, maybe 12 inches, a leader or so of line up on the end. That should be plenty. Let's get that going like that. Then all you gotta do is just make a loop. Simple loop like you're tying your shoes. And then you got another big loop here. So you're gonna slide that underneath the hook. Just pull it all together. Now, that's the simplest part, but the trick is for drop shotting is you want to get your tag end and put it right back up on top where the hook point is facing upwards. What that is going to do is going to keep that hook straight. Make sure this is tight enough. So once you got that, you can get your weight. These are tungsten drop shot weights. These 3/16 ounce. You can use these, but the most common one that you'll probably use would be something like this. But I really like tungsten because it gives you a lot better feel. These are really simple to do on. All I gotta do is just clip them on there. Just like so. That's it. Now, once you got that and your hook is straight, that's it. That's the drop shot. Now, putting your worm on there is we are going to use a robo worm, Aaron's Magic. You can use any worm you like, but I really like straight tails for drop shotting. Now, you could just rig it up like this, but the thing is with that is that you're going to get a lot of line twist in your line, and plus this kind of moves around a lot, and it's not as weedless. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the shank of the hook, just like so, by stabbing it underneath with the hook point coming out of the worm. Just like that. Just as soon as you see it, then you can just kind of put it back. That's going to keep your worm straight, and when this is in the water, you can make that tail dance really good. That's it. Your drop shot rig.
Hi, today we're going to show you how to fish the split shot rig. I love to fish with these, but when the fishing gets hard and you're in a tournament situation where you need a fish, I always resort to the split shot. What you do is tie on your hook, which we showed you before this, and go about 18 inches away from the hook. Get your line, get your split shot, put it through the line, then you can get your pliers and just clamp it onto the line nice and tight. You could use barrel sinkers. I like split shots more because they don't move. So what you do is just get your split shot onto your line, get your hook, and this is also called a Texas rig. Get your worm. Now you want to make sure you put the back of the worm towards the back of the hook. Very simple. Back of the worm, back of the hook. Hook it through the nose, just past the barb. Put it just past the barb, and then bring it up. See how I got it just past the barb up? You're gonna bring it up, all the way up to the eye of the hook, then twist it around. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to bring the worm up a pretty good amount. Bring it up a pretty good amount, stab it through the back, and then bring it down. See, this is no good because you see the bump? The bump just throws off the fish and it doesn't swim right. The tail doesn't spin as much. It will not get bit. So what you have to do is you have to bring it back up out, and you have to just feel for the right length to get it up enough so that it stays straight on your hook like this. See, now it's straight. Now this worm is going to fish correct because the tail is going to get the action and there's no line spin. If you do it the other way with the bump here, you're going to get line spin. The worm is just going to spin in the water and it's terrible. So just do it like that. Now another way, let's say you're fishing in deep cover. Let's say you're fishing, there's a lot of weeds, there's a lot of grass on the bottom. What you're going to want to do is, if you see the hook point right there, just lift up the worm a little bit and then bring it back onto the hook point just a very little bit. So you can go like this and you won't get any weeds or anything on your hook. But when a fish does hit it, this is just going to drop because it's on a very little bit and it's going to hook the fish. This is the most effective way to catch fish.